Hey, hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Um, I'm gonna keep going down this road of not exactly tax topics because I think it's important. There's other things in the world that we deal with other than taxes, believe it or not. Like, maybe not for me, but just in general. There's a lot of things out there that are, businessy issues that come up that I think it's important that we can talk about and get some perspective. And I usually just bring it from the accounting side. So let's just hop in to this one today. Hi, I'm Bet Hochberger, CPA, CGMA, and today, what is the biggest lie we tell ourselves not to invest in ourselves or our business? Now, I'm going to preface this might be like a very female focused, right? I only have my brain, I only had my experience, but I don't think I'm going to be the only one out there who will admit to the biggest lie I tell myself is I can do everything, right? I don't need help. I can do it all. I can do this. I can do that. I can do customer service. I can do the client work. I can do the sales. I can do the marketing. I can do the administration. Woo! I guess if you're playing very small, if your business is tiny and you want to keep it there, that might be the case. You can do it all. I mean, I was a one woman shop for a long time. I could do it all. But if you're trying to grow your business, this is such a lie because at some point you just run out of hours in the day, right? You can't actually do it all yourself because you're going to hit a limit. There's just so much you can get done in so little time. Now, technology might expand that reach a little bit. You might be able to do more using, especially now we have AI tools and agents that might help you get more done, but you're still going to hit a point where you need other people involved, right? And you also have to start to look at, even if I'm really good at most of what I do, right? I'm a good accountant. I'm really good at tax. I'm good at accounting. I'm a whiz at bookkeeping. Does it make sense for me to also do marketing? I'm not a marketer, right? I love making these videos. I love like the content creation side, but there's a whole field in marketing of analyzing the data and figuring out like what's effective and what gives you ROIs and things like that. That's not my zone, right? That's not my cup of tea. That's not me in the flow. Why am I doing it? There's somebody else out there who can do it better than me. So when it comes to clients that we work with, I think the biggest lie that they tell themselves is, I'm gonna do my own bookkeeping. I'm gonna learn QuickBooks. There's YouTube videos, and there's some good YouTube videos out there, but I don't know anything about accounting. But I'm gonna also, on top of running a whole business and doing what it is that I do, I'm gonna learn accounting. I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna keep an eye on everything. Guess what the first thing to not get done is? It's the bookkeeping. So I have heard this so many times over the years from so many people. I'm just going to do it myself. And I go, okay, okay. So depending on, what it is that a client needs or what their budget is or what they're trying to accomplish, I might suggest that, maybe let's like touch base again in like a few months and see how it's going. And if they've got the budget for it, like if you're like, say you're a startup and you've fundraised, usually if there's somebody else putting up cash, they're going to be like, no, go bring in an accountant, like go bring in someone for real. We want someone watching the store literally. So we don't necessarily have that, but when someone's bootstrapping a company, it can be a challenge. It's like, oh, it's just one more cost. But I'm going to say, while you're lying to yourself about how you're going to do bookkeeping, on top of your never ending to-do list of what you're actually in business to do. Um, it very, very rarely do I see somebody, unless they've got prior experience. If they're like, oh no, I have an accounting background, or I used to be a bookkeeper, somewhere else, so I know how to do it. Very rarely is I'm going to do my own books. Very rarely does that ever work out. So, big lie that you can do it all yourself. You can't. Or at least you can't for long, right? It's not sustainable in the long run. You need to find other people who have expertise in areas that you don't to come in and help you. And it's not only is it better as far as you being able to focus on what you're doing, you're going to waste so much time trying to learn an entire different profession to be able to DIY your books. And I know there's a lot of advertising out there from some very large accounting software packages that we all know and love and use. But the reality is it's not that easy to just learn accounting, right? Like, I have a master's degree in it. Like, that's a graduate degree in accounting. So even if you can, like, sort of kind of struggle your way through doing it, I'm 99.9% sure it's wrong. Whatever it is you did is wrong. And then we have to clean it up later. So you've spent a ton of time acquiring a useful skill for your life. You did it wrong anyway. And now you're still going to have to pay a professional to come in and fix it so that you can do a basic thing like file your tax return, which you have to do anyway. So I'm going to say that it's a big lie. You're telling yourself you're going to do everything. You're not. You can't. Pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose where to expend your energy. And I'm going to say one of the first things to cross right off your list of things you want to hold on to and DIY is going to be accounting. That's what we're here for. So good luck to you on your journey. Stop lying to yourself. I suffer from this as well. I have to remind myself, like, no, I can't do everything. Like, I have a great team. Let them do what they're good at. I'm going to go do what I'm good at. And we will talk to you next time.